Okay, you guys. So today we wanted to talk about something that's very prevalent in when you're in the culture of us, right? So we talk about colorism. So it's something that we deal with, and I don't know how many people just actually talk about it, but I talk about it because it's something that I deal with or that we deal with as a family. So we call it colorism. So how my mom family dealt with it was there was a jealousness about it. So if you were of a different color, back to it. Something that you did not, and we just get that to the devil. Something just that you did not have a control of. They didn't deal with it. They was just like you was another color and you were red or yellow or whatever, and they did not deal with it. My dad's family, my grandmother dealt with it. Honey Low we are a rainbow color people, and we don't practice that. We don't do jealousiness. We are a family. No matter what color you are, we are a rainbow family. I don't care if you're Hispanic. I don't care if you're Indian or whatever. We didn't deal with it. That's how I learned it from my Aunt Jean. So this is something that I talked to my Aunt Jean about. And like, this is like the person who they say, oh, you look more like your Aunt Jean. But me and my Aunt Jean, this is something we talked about. Aunt Jean, how do you deal with it? Because if you're dealing with that, like, it's something that you got to learn how to deal with. What you think? How did you deal with it coming up from the Stubblefield family?
In my family, it was almost non-existent with the difference in shades and difference in colors. I didn't know my brother. My older brother was even darker than me until I was in my 30s. I never paid attention to it. It was never brought up. It was never mentioned. None of that. I didn't realize my grandparents was even darker until recently. I had to go look at a picture recently to even realize it, because it was never a factor.
Right.
It was never brought up in my family.
So, like, how you learn to deal with stuff is how you learn to deal with it in your family. So my kids, until we had children. So we had a daughter and we had a son. This is something that we never dealt with until our kids got older, and our kids were like, Mama and Daddy, why are y'all lighter than us? And I was like, are we? Like, I didn't ever really look at that. We took our kids places. We went to SeaWorld. We experienced cultural stuff. We sent our kids to private school. This was just something because we didn't deal with that in our family. Like, most times, until it came from somebody who was darker skinned, we never knew about it. Like, we didn't deal with it because, like, most of my friends were like, you guys are the same color. You look like brother and sister. And, like, it never clicked to me, like, oh, we're lighter skinned, because in my family, I'm going to say in my dad's side, on my mom's side, it was something they dealt with. It was a lot of jealousness of it. I just didn't deal with it because my dad's family taught that you don't play into that. Like, your color has nothing to do. You need to look at what's in your brain. You need to look at your education. You need to look at how you advocate for your people. And you need to look at how you reach back. That's how my dad's family dealt with it. That's how my dad taught me to deal with it. My dad is gone. May he rest in peace. My Army vet, Garland Armstrong Sr. But my mom's family, I guess they chose to deal with it a certain way. I didn't do it that way. I was known as the yellow child, and you get special privileges because you're yellow. I never thought that. I was thought you deal with stuff by who your character is. You don't. My dad's family taught you deal with by your character. It's not about your color. It's about who you are, how you believe in Jesus, how you teach, how you reach back. How about your family? Stubblefields.
Like I say, I guess because we had all shades, all melanin, different types in the family, it was just such a mixture to where it was truly never a factor.
Right.
At least not with my immediate family. I don't know about extended family, but
We didn't pay
immediate
attention
family,
to it.
Didn't. No one ever brought it up. No one ever teased
Right.
anyone about it.
We was taught like, oh, you guys look like brother and sister, but really we may look like brother and sister, but it's because our families are like their immediate towns are right next to each other. So we definitely had to dig into, are we kin? That was something that was looked at like, hey, your people are from Grapeland. My people are from Crockett Centerville. We had to look into, are we kin, before we could get married. That was like looked at. But I don't know, other people may not have to deal with that. That was something we had to deal with. What you say?
Just stand on the colorism thing. It's just I honestly don't see it. I mean, I get it that it's a factor to a lot of people and it affects a lot of people. And
Right.
a lot of people are teased or judged by it or whatever. But I just personally, I don't understand it.
Right, because we didn't come up believing in that. Like, just to get... I'm sorry. We didn't come up believing in that. Like, your color has nothing to do with your character. How you believe in God. How you reach back. You know, it's not about your color. My color has nothing to do with me. It's the inside, my heart. What about you?
It's the same. You just judged on your actions and the person that you are, not your skin tone had nothing to do with it. 'Cause I know people of every shade, good, bad, whatever. You can pick a shade and I can tell you somebody that falls in each category because it doesn't matter.
Your shade has nothing to do with it. It's on how you act, how you give back to God, what your soul believes. It has nothing to do with your color. My color has nothing to do with me. Right? My color doesn't matter. When I go to get a job, my color to me doesn't matter. Cause
shouldn't matter.
I don't know how to kiss butt. I know how to work. I know how to believe in God, and I know how to pray. How about you?
It's the same. It's just like I say. To me, you should be judged on, like they say, on the content of your character. That's how it should be. And I know it's old-fashioned, and I know a lot of people it's outdated for a lot of people, and for a lot of kids nowadays, it's almost like they have to find a reason to be included instead of excluded.
Oh my God, that's so deep. I know what, I didn't really notice it until my kids came and they were like, Mom and Dad, you guys are a different color. And I was like, y'all my kids. You came out of my body. It don't matter about our color. But I taught my kids. We taught our kids, right? We taught our kids about, it's not about your color. That's a rainbow. You cannot control your color. We mixed up with so much stuff. We mixed up with Indian, Creole, all kind of stuff. American Indians, Spanish, Islanders, African. We can't control that. What controls us is how we act and how we give back. Where does our money go to? Where does our education go to? What do we do in our community? That's what matters. What you think?
I think that's true. Like I say, it's what you do with who you are. It's just that simple. It doesn't matter what someone else thinks about you, what someone else says about you. It's how you react to the way you are.
And for me, it never mattered. Like, my mom was darker. Who cares? She had me. But, like, I came out my father's color. That don't matter. That's in my DNA. I can't control that. What matters is how I believe in God and my soul and where I'm going. And what I do with what God gives me on this earth.
Yep, that's true. It's whatever you do with what you're given, no matter what it is, no matter if it's a lot or it's a little, it's what you do with it.
Your color does not matter. Okay, we about to go. We got to eat our squash, our spinach, and like get it going. We got to eat healthy. All right, love y'all. Y'all take care. Y'all be safe. Monkeypox is out. COVID is out. I'm not laughing. Y'all look up this stuff for yourself. It's so much political stuff going on for us. We got to be careful. All right, love y'all. Y'all be safe.